Okay, so I should just start.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so anyway, thanks for coming out, everyone, and supporting me on my Juice Plus journey. I appreciate you coming out. And what else here? I just wanted to let you know that I got started with Juice Plus.
She pulled a Joe.
Uh-oh.
No, I think I muted her by accident, trying to mute everybody else. Barbara, you have to unmute. And if everybody else can mute so there's no background noise, that would be great.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that was my fault. I was muting everybody and muted you by accident. So
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, okay.
So I just wanted to say thanks for coming out. And wasn't sure how much of that you heard, but um I appreciate it because I'm going to be starting this Juice Plus journey. And the reason why I got started with Juice Plus was because I wanted to feel better. Been having some health issues, nothing major, but we could always feel better getting older, of course. So I wanted to feel better and be healthier, and I wanted to try and do it more naturally instead of taking medications and stuff. So I decided to try the Juice Plus, and I've been on it for probably about 6 weeks now, 5 or 6 weeks. And I noticed that one thing that I did notice it helped with, I think, is the humming that I've been doing since childhood. So that's been less severe. And then I noticed if I eat certain foods, it'll trigger it. But even with certain foods, like it's been less than it used to be when I was not doing the Juice Plus. So I think I want to stay on it long term and see if I have other benefits from it as well. But so far it's looking and feeling better so far. Um, and I'm going to continue to take it and see what other benefits I can get from it, going forward. But so far I feel good about it. I feel like it makes sense to me. It's, so we don't get all of our fruits and veggies as humans. We just don't. So this is going to be like a nice little boost for me. And that's it.
perfect. Okay, let me go ahead and screen share again. Okay. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. I know that, we all lead busy lives. But I'm so glad that you are all here to support Barbara. I haven't known her that long, just a couple of weeks. I've spoken on the phone with her a few times, and she's awesome. So that's probably why you guys are here as well. Okay, so let's talk about the bad news, and then we're going to talk about the good news. So we are unhealthy. As Americans, we're unhealthy. 1 in 4 people will actually die of heart disease. I heard a statistic. Actually, I was listening to something this morning, and they said 1 person dies every 35 seconds around the world from heart disease. 1 in 2 women and 1 in 3 men will develop cancer. 1 in 3 will have diabetes. 1 in 5 is going to be obese. Children's going to be obese. And this last statement at the bottom is what roped me in, because when I found out about Juice Plus, I happened to be pregnant. Our children are more harmed by poor diet than by exposure to drugs, alcohol, and tobacco combined. And I don't think we put enough power into nutrition, the power of nutrition. So there's a lot of things that we don't have control over, a lot of environmental and toxins, pollution, and we go outside, and some of the stuff we do have control over though. So like think of toothpaste and deodorant and, lotion that you put on your skin and things inside your house. You don't want to use candles inside your house. There's different things you can use. So we have control over a lot of stuff, but as soon as you walk outdoors, we don't have control over a lot of those things. So it's not something we want to be, obsessed about, but it definitely can affect our health. So let's focus on fruits and vegetables and how they can help us, because I grew up, I will tell you that my story in a little bit is I grew up with a nurse for a mom. And she was taught all about treatment, not prevention. So I love that I get to share this information. So our food quality is decreasing. I'll let you guys read this. It's actually almost 60% of what Americans eat is processed foods. Dr. William Bolsowitz, who is a GI doctor, he wrote the book Fiber Fueled, says that Americans are eating 60% of processed foods every single day, 30% animal protein, and then 10% of what we actually need to eat. And, we just need to, Barbara, I'm going to mute you because I'm hearing noise. And what we need to do is reverse that. We need to do 60% of whole food nutrition, fruits, vegetables, beans, legumes, nuts, seeds, that kind of stuff, as opposed to 60% processed foods. So oxidative stress is essentially aging. It's the oxidative stress causes free radicals, which is what damages our cells. And so if you guys have ever, cut open an apple or a banana or something like that, an avocado, and it starts to go brown, that's oxidative stress. It's like aging. And that's what's happening to all of us. It's what's happening to all of us now, right? We can't go backwards. We're only aging. We're only going forwards. However, we can slow that down. And the process to protect our cells from oxidative stress what protects it from oxidation is antioxidants. And where do antioxidants come from? They come from fruits and vegetables. I joke around that they're not coming from Krispy Kreme. They don't come from fast food restaurants. They're only from fruits and vegetables. So we need to eat as many as we can. And that's where the problem lies. So we need to eat 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. Okay. And some of you guys might be shocked, but if you kind of think back to that slide that we showed a little bit ago about how our food quality is decreasing, that's why. Our food travels it's transported thousands of miles. It's picked before it's vine ripened, which means it's really kind of rotting. Once it gets picked, it's not ripening anymore, it's rotting. But kids need to eat 7 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. Women need to eat 9, and men need to eat 13. And if you are a professional athlete or you have health issues, you need to be eating 18 to 20 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. So, and I know for a lot of people, some of us may think, okay, we're eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, but are you eating the rainbow? Are you eating a huge variety of fruits and vegetables? Are you eating red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple? A lot of times people will eat, oh gosh, I love broccoli, and they eat a ton of broccoli, but it's just not enough. What is in Brussels sprouts is different than what's in blueberries, than what's in spinach, than, apples. So we need to eat a variety of fruits and vegetables as well. That's why the news isn't that fruits and vegetables are good for you. It's that they are so good for you, they could save your life. So let's take a look at multivitamins versus food, because we're all told by our doctors and by TV, advertisements, and by companies that, oh, we don't eat right. All you have to do is take a multivitamin. And that's not right, because when you take a look at a multivitamin, if anybody here takes a multivitamin, it's going to say supplement facts on it, and it's going to simply list selenium, magnesium, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E. It's going to list all the isolated vitamins. Well, your food doesn't work that way. An apple doesn't have a label on it listing, 10 or 12 or 20 different ingredients. It has thousands of phytonutrients that are naturally occurring, and it's kind of like an orchestra. Okay, so it's not like just the horn section. You get a little bit of everything, and that's what your body needs. Your body doesn't need mega doses of 10 or 12 isolated synthetic vitamins. What it needs is the thousands of naturally occurring phytochemicals that are in the fruits and the vegetables. So they think that, researchers think that there's about 10,000 phytonutrients in an apple, 10,000 ingredients in an apple, 13,000 in broccoli. I've heard somebody say one time that they think there's upwards of 20,000 in blueberries, because blueberries and berries are just some of the healthiest for you. So when you take a vitamin, you're missing the thousands of naturally occurring phytochemicals that are in the fruits and the vegetables. Vitamin C doesn't work in your body like an orange works. The other thing too is manufacturers tend to, Americans think a little bit is good and a lot is better. So they may put 500 to 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C in a supplement. And guess what? A medium-sized orange only has about 60 milligrams of vitamin C, and your body may not even need all of that depending on the other foods you ate that day. So let's talk about bridging the gap, because we know we're not going to eat perfect every single day, but the multivitamin is not bridging the gap between what we're eating every single day and what we should be eating every single day. So Juice Plus, I know Barbara was telling you that she's super excited that she's gotten started on Juice Plus. I see this picture is a little bit fuzzy, but if you guys get the idea, oh my gosh, look at all the power packed nutrition in there. There is 36 different fruits, veggies, and berries, and omegas in that picture. And I will share my story really quickly. So I was adopted. I am adopted. My birth mother had allergies, asthma. She ended up having cardiovascular issues, lung issues, all kinds of health issues. My adoptive mother was a nurse, like I mentioned. And so when I started exhibiting and having all the symptoms of the allergies and the asthma and the digestive issues and the migraines, at a young age, I mean, for as long as I can remember, so I don't know, maybe 5, 6 years old, guess what? I got the best treatment ever, because the medical community is not taught prevention, they're taught treatment. I don't know if anybody in here is in the medical field, but they're taught treatment. And so that's what I got. I was getting allergy shots twice a week. I was on all kinds of prescription allergy medicine. My mom was giving me all kinds of isolated, vitamins, and I still felt pretty bad. And I thought, gosh, I'd probably feel worse if I wasn't taking all of these. And then the other thing is the medical community, all the doctors I saw, all I can remember is all of them saying, this is genetic, there's nothing you can do. And so when you're told that, you don't do anything to help yourself, or I didn't, right? I wasn't eating any healthier. I wasn't trying to make a difference in my health because I thought it doesn't really matter. So fast forward to when I turned 35 years old and I got pregnant, one of the first thoughts actually was, my kids are going to have the same health outcome that I did, because I've always been told this is genetic. I'm kind of miserable. I was allergic to everything. And I thought, well, we'll just manage it like I did. And I'm telling you, my best friend intervened. She came to me as soon as she found out I was pregnant, and she said, my family's been taking this for 2 years. I really want you to take this. And so I thought, I'll take this during the pregnancy. Well, by the end of the pregnancy, my health had improved. I was not allowed to take all the prescription medicines during the pregnancy. So I was only allowed to take the over-the-counter stuff, which once you've been on prescription, over-the-counter doesn't do anything for you. It was like eating a Skittles. But what I realized was at the end of the pregnancy, when somebody asked me about how did you do during the pregnancy with your allergies and asthma? And I went, oh my gosh, I haven't needed anything. So I honestly sat there and thought, if the nutrition in those little capsules can do this, imagine if I changed my diet. And that kind of became the catalyst for me to start changing my diet and making simple changes. Like I gave up soda. I'm not one of those people that I can give up everything. I need to take it step by step, and I think that makes it easier for a lot of people. But I will tell you that in May, I get super excited to tell people this. In May, it is going to be 20 years since I've been on any medication, asthma, allergy medication, antibiotics. I used to get ear infections and stuff all the time. I've had pneumonia, bronchitis. I've had all of that. So I just I tell this to you guys, not because everybody has asthma and allergies, but 75 to 85% of diseases out there can be prevented through good nutrition. If somebody had told me years ago that, gosh, maybe you wouldn't be symptomatic from your allergies and asthma, let's look at changing your diet, I probably would have. The problem is nobody's eating enough fruits and vegetables quite often to make that big of a difference in your health. And so we just don't, we don't do it. So what is Juice Plus? Juice Plus is nutrition from over 30 different fruits, vegetables, and berries and omegas. They're whole foods that are harvested at the peak of ripeness. Okay, so they're vine ripened. It's, when you go to the grocery store and those apples could have been cold stored for 6 months. All of that produce has been picked weeks ahead of time, so it's not rotten by the time it reaches you. It doesn't have all the nutrition that it should. It's produce that has been pulverized, not juiced, and dried into powders at a low temperature, so it doesn't ruin all the natural enzymes and the phytochemicals. The plant powders are put into capsules or into chewables. They're like little gummies, and they're amazing. And then the omega, which I'm going to talk about, is one of my favorite. Okay, so the plant-based omegas, I don't know if any of you guys take an omega, but you should be. So first of all, our gut cannot properly absorb fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K without omegas in our microbiome. Omegas also support heart, brain, joints, skin, and eyes. So they are super important to our overall health. Your brain is 60% fat. So we need the right kind of fat every day. The problem is most of us are getting fat. We're not getting the right kind of fat from the avocados and the walnuts and all different, sunflower seeds and all different kinds of fats. So the good news is Juice Plus has come up with a plant-based omega. Because the other thing I want to tell you as well is if you are taking an omega, a lot of times people don't take an omega because they don't want to take a fish oil. They don't want the fish burps and they don't want to take a fish oil. Well, the good news is Juice Plus uses the algae that the fish eat because fish do not have naturally occurring omega-3s. They do not make omega-3s. We are killing the fish because of the food they're eating in the ocean. So let's save the fish and switch over to a plant-based omega for our health, and we can save the fish. Juice Plus Complete. Oh my gosh, I didn't get started on this right away, but after the pregnancy, I did. And so it's probably been almost 19 years since I drink 1 to 2 of these a day. My daughter has this for breakfast every single day, a chocolate one. It's so funny. I make different flavors all the time, but she has had the same chocolate shake every single morning she's 16, probably, I don't know, 15 years because I started them really young with this. And look at the nutrition. If anybody drinks a smoothie, drinks a shake, if you can go look at the ingredients, does it have a nutrition label on your shake? And look at the ingredients that are in this shake. Imagine it's actually food that you can go to the grocery store or look in your cabinet or your refrigerator and put into a blender. That's kind of what the ingredients look like. And all the Juice Plus products are vegan. They're non-GMO ingredients. The shakes are gluten and dairy free. Everything is gluten and dairy free. 13 grams of protein, 8 grams of fiber, which makes it low glycemic. The sugar and the fiber are almost 1-to-1, which stabilizes blood sugar. So if anybody has diabetes, actually Juice Plus products are fantastic because there's no sugar in the capsules. So you can get all of that nutrition from the fruits and the berries without having to worry about any sugar. And then the shakes, because they're low glycemic, are perfect as well. They do have organic, non-genetically modified soy, but soy gets a bad rap because soy and corn are the 2 most genetically modified foods on the planet. So a lot of times we're told to stay away from soy because most of it is not healthy for us. But what the Juice Plus company uses is water washed, non-genetically modified organic soy, which is like tempeh and tofu. It's a food and it's super healthy for us. There's so many benefits to eating the right kind of soy. So the safety of soy depends on the source. The whole soybean, minimally processed, is the best and the most. Let's see. The Perform shake. I actually had one for dinner tonight with a bunch of veggies because I hadn't eaten enough protein today. I'm vegetarian. Over time, I became a pescatarian. I'll eat fish every now and then. But this is a fantastic source, especially for somebody who works out. It is great for muscle recovery, muscle growth, bone health, energy, and mental health. It's 25 grams of plant-based protein, so it's a high protein smoothie. It does not have the same profile as the complete shakes. The complete shakes I just talked about can actually be used as a meal replacement. These cannot. These really are for tailored for performance or also for people who just want more plant-based protein. So Juice Plus is unique. It's not a multivitamin. It has a food label. It's non-genetically modified, vegan, kosher, dairy, and gluten-free. It's NSF certified. Let's talk about that for a quick second. NSF is National Sanitation Foundation, and it is a separate third-party company that comes in and they test to see if the powders are number one, safe and safe for human consumption. So there's no pesticides, herbicides, bacteria, mold, herbicides, anything in there. They also test to see if what is on the label is actually in the powders, because there's a lot of company that, the FDA does not regulate does not regulate supplements. So, they can put in it what they want to, and they can put on the label what they want to, and it may not necessarily match. We also have the NSF sports certification. And what's really cool, we were telling Barbara earlier, is that there is a one-of-a-kind facility called the United States Performance Center in Charlotte, North Carolina, and it trains professional athletes and Olympians. And it's going to be training about 600 Olympians for the next Olympics. And Juice Plus is the only whole food nutritional supplement in their facility. And it is given to all of these athletes. They can just go to the Juice Plus bar and take the capsules and drink the shakes, and that's how they're fueling themselves. So it's just fantastic. So it is also the most researched whole food nutritional product in the world. Juice Plus is not about treating or curing specific conditions. It's simply fruits and vegetables, but fruits and vegetables help to prevent and they help to heal. So let's talk a little bit about the research. This is what kind of got me and my parents. And the only reason it got me is because it so impressed my parents. I didn't really understand research, but my mom being a nurse and my dad just being kind of a research geek, this is what they bought into. So it helps with immune health. It helps with cardiovascular health. It lowers inflammation. We have research with ovarian cancer survivors at MD Anderson Cancer Center. We have research. We have periodontal research. We have skin research. We have cognitive health research, which is double blind. A lot of these are double blind, gold standard, placebo research trials. We have where it reduces oxidative stress. It actually protects your DNA. So there's so much research out there. This powerful statement by Dr. Du Bois, there is nothing else available any place in the world with or without a prescription that has been clinically proven to do what Juice Plus has been proven to do. So that's pretty powerful, because usually when you have a prescription for something, right, it may help one thing, but there's a ton of side effects. There's no side effects with fruits and vegetables. Okay, I love, one year I heard a doctor say that you're known by the company you keep. And look at some of the medical universities that have researched Juice Plus and have published. I mean, you've got Brigham Young University, you've got Georgetown, you've got University of Florida, University of Maryland School of Medicine. That's the one with the Journal of American College of Cardiology. You've got MD Anderson Cancer Center with the ovarian cancer survivors. So it's just pretty cool. Family health study. We have a family health study. This slide is a little old. I need to update this. Last year, they actually changed it to where if an adult gets started on Juice Plus, you can sponsor a child in your life, whether it's a child, a grandchild, a niece, a nephew, even a neighbor's child, between the ages of 4 through 25 years old, and they can get Juice Plus for free with the fruits and the veggies. And the research is showing, because it is an actual research foundation, that the kids and adults are eating more fruits and vegetables. They're on less prescriptions. There's less sick days, less doctor visits, just all positive. Most of them are eating more fruits and vegetables, feeling better. The Tower Garden, I know Milena has a Tower Garden. I have 2 of them. This is the easiest way, in my opinion, to grow fruits and vegetables. They grow despite me. I have let them run out of water. I mean, I've tested them over and over and over again, and they still grow. So you can grow indoors, you can grow outdoors, and it is so much easier than a traditional garden. It uses a lot less water. It uses a lot less space, and you can take it with you. So it's pretty cool. We have a lot more information about that if anybody's interested in that. And then we also have a ton of resources to help you. We don't, this isn't like GNC where you go and you get something and then they're like, see you later. We want to support you. We have a thing going on right now called the Shred 10, and that starts in March. And that is 10 days of, clean eating, however you view that. We've got 10 different tips or 10 different suggestions for you to do, and you get to pick as many or as few as you want. But we help support you with that. We've got recipe books, we have fitness videos, we've got a Facebook group where we do we have recipes and all kinds of different things. So we try to be there to support you during your wanting to get healthier, not just, send you off on your own and saying good luck. Okay, that's it for the presentation. I wanted to kind of keep that a little short. I went a little bit longer than I thought I was going to. Milena, did you want to share your story?
Was I playing with Joe too? I couldn't get off of mute.
There.
Poor Joe's taking the heat on tonight's audio. So I've been a customer for 6 years. So me and the children, I have a son who's 18, my daughter who is now 16. We've been taking Juice Plus for 6 years. I met Karen at a health fair for one of my accounts. I work wellness here in South Florida, and she was at the health fair every year, and I would walk by and eat some gummies and say, those are good. And she would say, well, why not? And I didn't think I needed anything because I was the picture of wellness because I was teaching it. But then I truly knew, a single mom, I was not bridging the gap. My kids were not getting the nutrition that they truly needed. And so I needed to push the easy button of Juice Plus so that we can get the quality, quantity, and variety of fruits and veggies. My daughter, too, has a shake every day. Sometimes I have to switch it up because we run out of shakes and often have to go and buy more. But we take fruit, veggies, berries, the omegas. My hair, my nails are amazing. So I didn't know, I wasn't sick. We weren't sick. But we notice now when we don't take it, we see the benefits of it. So I was getting the joint pain that you don't want to feel as you get older. So when I stopped taking my omegas, I feel it within a few days in my feet when I get out of bed. So I know I have to take my omegas. There's a lot of benefits, that I found out when I stopped taking it. So whether you're on a path of wellness because that is your lifestyle or you want to change your lifestyle, there's definitely benefits that you would reap from the Juice Plus products. I would show you my tower garden, but it's dark out there and the plants are very small right now.
Yeah, that's okay. All right. Well, again, this really was a support call, and we just want to all kind of, support Barbara on her journey to better health, because I think we're all trying to be on a journey to better health. And it's a little bit depressing, but actually my husband and I went and we signed our wills and our, living will and everything this morning. And that gets you thinking, and so of course I came home and I had like a veggie smoothie, like I came home and ate really healthy today. But it doesn't just work to eat really healthy for one day. We have to do it every day. And that's the problem. And that's why Juice Plus works so beautifully, because we're going to have good days and we're going to have bad days. But Juice Plus is so easy, that's just taking some capsules or taking some gummies. It's fantastic if you travel, on the go, things like that. So
Did you see my pizza box in the back? Is that what it was?
Right.
I think I put it on the other counter. Darn it, I outed myself.
That's funny.
Moderation, not deprivation, people.
That's right. Okay. Anybody have any questions?
Don't be shy, everyone. Chime in with your questions. Anybody?
Where is the product made? Is it, like a
That's a great question.
facility?
It's a great question.
Any of the products from China?
We have 0 ingredients from China. That's a fantastic question, because 99% of products out there have ingredients from China because companies are trying to save money. So we are in 26 different countries. So like Australia has its own facility. For Europe, the facility is in Italy, I think. Here, actually, the facility where it's bottled is in California, but it gets shipped depending on where you're at, if you're either from California or Memphis, Tennessee. And so where some of the products are grown is everywhere from United States through Canada, mostly. I know that in the in the omega, there is sea buckthorn berry, which is apparently from the Himalayas. I don't even know anything about that. So
Probably good.
yeah. Yeah. Like, it's not like you ever see that in the grocery store. Nobody's going to the grocery store to buy sea buckthorn berry. So
That was a great question.
yeah.
I was impressed by other farmers. We've got great video on our farmers too.
I think
And I
everybody
think-
still might be muted, so maybe if they're trying to.
You have a
ask
website?
questions, they can't ask questions because they're muted. You guys need to unmute yourselves if you want to talk.
Yeah. I have one more question. Do you have a website?
Barbara does have a website.
Oh,
Yeah.
Barbara.
I have a website that I don't know about yet.
Barbara.com.
It'll have all that information, the research on there, the products,
Yeah.
all that information's on
And
there.
if after you guys look at it, there's more questions, then, if Barbara can't help you, or, either Milena or myself are happy to hop back on the phone and answer, or just, give Barbara to answer so you guys feel confident if if it's something you're interested in getting started with now or even in the future. So. All right. I forgot to stop the recording. Let me stop the recording.